my people.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on, y'all?
Yeah, AJ. A little preoccupied.
I got a headache.
Oh Lord. Well, all right. Nicole, how you been?
I feel better.
You feeling better?
Yeah.
You want to share how your week was, or you want to leave it that you feeling better?
So Sunday morning, I just woke up in a lot of pain, like excruciating pain. And well, I ain't gonna say I woke up because here's the thing: I had a dream, right? I had a dream that Legs was giving me medicine. She had about 4 things of medicine. Okay, take this and don't forget to take this. And 2 of them look like black um pop rocks, right? And you got to fill the cap with this and take these, right? And I'm like, where my water at? In the dream, I'm taking medication. Then I woke up feeling fine, woke up about 7 something, laid there, went over this playlist for this gig, started looking through the playlist and putting it together. Then my stomach started hurting. So I'm thinking, maybe I got a boo-boo, right? So go to the bathroom, no boo-boo. But then, like from my right side of my abdomen over to my right hip, around to my lower back, it just started getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So now I'm like, off rip, I'm like, I'm going to the urgent care, right? Now I can't find my medical card, my insurance card. So I'm looking for my insurance card. I know they sent it to me, but I didn't open it. So it's somewhere still. So I'm looking, but I got to do it in spurts because I can't really move around. So when I finally find it, I tell Egypt I'm going to the urgent care. I'll be back. It's like 7 minutes away. I get there. It's abandoned. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. It says open 24 hours online because I just searched one because I don't know what nothing is around here. Right down the street. It's abandoned. So I sat in the parking lot and cried, right? Like, I can't go no further. I was like, I can't drive no more. So then I called Nisha and she like, where you at? She said, well, I'm going to drop me your location. I'm going to come get you. I'm like, I can make it home. Just meet me at home. And she took me to the hospital. And for about 2 hours, they took me straight to the back because I guess my blood pressure was high because I was in a lot of pain. Took me straight to the back, started an IV. But they let me be in pain. I was in so much pain I couldn't sit still. I'm like pacing the floor, bending over. So one nurse come in and she go back. She was like, she needs something. So they gave me some morphine. Ooh, child, that's in the IV. That stuff started working like right away. And so she was like, you got a kidney stone because you can't keep still. That's how I was, crawling on the floor, doing this or that. So the doctor thought it was a kidney stone or appendicitis, right? Had a CAT scan. It was neither one. I got a bunch of ovarian cysts and like a couple of them ruptured. So
I don't really know what that is. As smart as I am, it just don't sound good.
It cysts on my ovaries.
Yeah, that still didn't help. I mean, I know what a cyst is. I know what the ovaries are. It's just.
And so, but they're not it's not torsion or anything like that. Or I would have had to have emergency surgery. But the blood flow was good. So I just got to go see, an OBGYN. And they say they can go away on their own, but depending on how big they are, I might have to have them removed or medication to shrink them or whatever. But I ain't in no pain today. I woke up today. Last night I started feeling sick, but I woke up today feeling fine. I haven't taken any medication. No, they gave me some, what's it called? Some codeine, Tylenol with codeine, I guess. And that stuff, I never took that before. I usually had ibuprofen. They said it's like a step up from ibuprofen. That worked right away. So I see why people get addicted to pain medication because my knees wasn't even hurting.
Did you do them squats?
I did a couple, but I'm lazy.
What is T3? I mean, Jay, what's going on with you, man? We make you sick today. We might need to lights all these screens or something.
I'm not sick.
What are
Oh,
you?
Tylenol 3.
I got a headache. I'm not sick.
That ain't sick.
No, it's an
Oh.
ailment. It's not an illness. It's different. Smart ass. As smart as you are, you don't know the difference.
You sick.
Having a headache is not sick. It's an ailment, not an illness. Illness is when you sick.
So you're only sick from an illness, an ailment. You can't be sick.
I mean, something's causing the headache.
I think it's y'all.
That's possible.
I think it's y'all.
Because you ain't sound like you had one before you talked to me earlier.
I didn't, honestly. I ain't lying, I swear. But it had it like right before the show though. I didn't have it earlier when I talked to you, but it just hit me like maybe like 45 minutes ago.
It could be, you know what I'm saying? You start thinking about this cat that called me back. He ain't did what he said he was gonna do.
I mean, you could have always said, I can't make it tonight.
No, he couldn't.
It's my job.
I mean, you could. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
My passion.
People get, causing you headaches. You could
This
have
is
always
my
said this one out.
show.
Yeah, all right. Your show. Joe ain't here yet.
I'll give a damn about Joe. I'll give a damn about Beyonce or Kelly. It's my brain champ.
Jesus, really? That's how we doing things? Well,
I feel like y'all trying to double team me.
I was trying to be concerned about you being sick.
I mean, I
ain't
felt
sick.
insulted. So double team. I hadn't even said nothing to you.
You always feel insulted.
So I'm guessing
I'm never salty. I'm too sweet to be salty, boo. It's too many seasonings for me to be salty.
Oh my God. Yes, my week was normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. Same old, same old. We got to hang out with the guys Sunday. Talk. That was good. But other than that, nothing else. Nothing else.
My week was horrible. I didn't do too much. It's nothing. That's a continuation. You know what I'm saying? I still was like toward the end after the show last week. Arm still was a little messed up. It got a little bit better, but it's still a little jacked up right now. Come Friday, I was sick. Ailment, sick.
No, you had an illness.
Oh,
There's a difference.
I had an illness. But what was the illness though? I had a bug.
You want to say it well on the show?
I don't care. You said nigga had to run, bubble guts. You know what I'm saying? I was jacked up the whole week. I didn't really get better until like yesterday.
So what was wrong? What did you eat something?
Nah,
you had COVID. COVID caused diarrhea.
Honestly, what I think it was is I was patching a floor Thursday, and I was using a Bondo. When you mix them up, it's the chemical, the fumes are released. I didn't have a mask on. I didn't smell the fumes. But I was in a small room. I had the door closed. I didn't smell the fumes. But everybody in the house that I was in kept saying, man, them fumes real bad. How you in there? I'm like, I don't smell anything. You know what I'm saying? When I was going, and I was cool that day. But that next day, bro, it wasn't no good. No good. Friday, I was like just tired in the bathroom. Saturday, I was up and down. What happened from like Saturday till like Monday of like the morning hour, I couldn't get out the house before noon. Was not happening. Anytime I even looked at the door, it would send me to the bathroom. Then around noon, I was cool till about 8 o'clock that evening. Rest of that from that evening to the next morning about noon. Same thing. That happened to me for like 4 days. And then I got better. Yesterday, I was cool. Yesterday was the first day I was cool. And then ended off to coming in today. I had court today because I had a parking ticket for parking in front of the house. That when I go to court, they threw out. So no real work to do this week, but I guess it was eventful. So first time I can say that. I hope it don't last until next week. Bubble guts and headaches are illnesses.
Oh, I got another gig too. Got called for another gig. So that's a good thing.
Same band?
No, different. To do background for some guy. I think he's like a Luther Vandross tribute person. Well, I'm going to say impersonator because the videos I saw of him, he wasn't dressed like him, but he does tributes to Luther.
Oh. Okay. All right. Do I need to check something? Hold on, let me see.
Nah.
No? All right, I just have to make sure.
I was about to be a smart ass time producer, so I did a Google search and I was wrong. So before I go any further, I want to apologize to you, sir. because you were correct.
I'll go tell
Thanks,
y'all that.
Shaka.
I'll go tell y'all that after. You know what I'm saying? After we got out, we were going to have that discussion.
No, I made a mistake publicly, so I apologize publicly.
Okay, now since we talk about mistakes and stuff publicly, um, y'all producers a smart man. Boo! Get your ass off of here. While we talk about public apologies and stuff like that, as much as I didn't want to go back over this Will Smith stuff, what y'all thinking about? Now I don't know how true it is, saying that Jada came out and said that she wished he didn't smack Chris Rock, because the thing is, it's always a source close to the family let us know this or whatever. So that's not to really say she said it or not, but just assume. We're going under the assumption that this is true and this is something that she said. What's your thought process on that? Nothing.
The floor.
I just feel it, I'm tired of them, for one, but I feel a couple different ways, right? And the one way I can see, I'm not going to act like I don't see how she could be toxic if any of this is true, right? But I'm just sick of people trying to blame his actions on her. Oh, he only did this because she didn't sick him, um, on Chris Rock. She might have looked a certain way. She rolled her eyes. She didn't like it. He made a decision to feel like, I'm about to go do something. She didn't look at him and go get him, baby. You better smack him. She didn't do none of that. She wasn't even sitting that close to him. From the videos, they weren't even sitting right next to each other. Yeah, he might have looked over and saw his wife didn't like the joke, but he made the decision to do it. And of course, people are saying, oh, he did the wrong thing, but she's getting all the backlash. Everybody's saying how she's toxic because he smacked Chris Rock. He did it for her, and she's wrong because he smacked Chris Rock. No, he's wrong. He made the choice to do that. He laughed. If anything, he should have. The only thing I will say is that after he did it, if she said she wished she didn't do it, watching her actions afterwards, it's just kind of like, what's going on here? Because it shows her laughing after Chris Rock says, Will Smith smacked, out of me. She laughs. But even when Will Smith started, at first I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. He gets up and walk, right? Nobody's expecting him. Why are you looking like that?
Because nothing that you're saying got anything to do with what I asked.
Yes, it does. You
No,
asked me.
I asked you what you think about her saying that she wished she hadn't did it. And
I'm
what you
getting to
did
that.
was,
I'm getting to it.
Instead of
I'm
just
getting
answering
to
that,
it.
you went on a whole tirade about
No,
Will
I'm
and what he
getting to
did
it
was wrong.
though. I'm getting to it.
We
So if
talked
you
about
just
that last
listen,
week. You know what he did
it
was
all
wrong.
it all ties in together.
Okay.
Why I feel the way I feel
Well,
about what
tied
she
in.
said,
Tied in.
or why I feel about how she feels. I just want to clarify before I say that. I want to clarify how I feel about the whole situation and what's being said and still being said. That's all. Excuse me. But I just kind of feel like if she did say that, at first I was trying to get her the benefit of the doubt, right? When he walked up, maybe she didn't know he was about to smack him, right? Because who thought that? Maybe he was finna snatch the mic and say something funny and cuss him out, but he smacked him. Okay, cool. But when he got back to the table and he started yelling, she didn't even look in his direction. She didn't look over there to be like, you cool? It's okay. Calm down. Nothing. So that reaction, then followed by the statement saying, I wish he didn't do it. I'm not a woman who needs protecting or whatever. She didn't react in a way to say, baby, calm down. It's okay. Because she let him scream that out twice. When he screamed it out the first time, she didn't even turn her head and look at him. Neither time. So I don't know. I just think, and this ain't got nothing to do with what you just asked. I'm just saying my feelings about them, period. I just wish they would have kept their lives how they had it before, where everybody was feeling like their marriage goals and they're so great, just not responding to nothing. People talk about their kids and how weird their kids are. When their son was wearing that dress, they never addressed anything. When August came out, they should have just not said nothing. Will knew about it, so it wasn't like he was bussing her out to the husband. They all knew what was going on. They shouldn't have responded. And now it's a shit show.
Jay Marcus, what do you think?
First, I would say that it shows that there is no real. I don't know if union is the word that I want to use, but I don't feel that they are on the same page. His actions don't match her words. Her words don't match what we saw. You know what I mean? So there's something that's going on that we don't know about. And this is allegedly, right? We don't know if she really said that or not.
Right. We don't know if she really said that.
But
I'm hoping she did not.
If she did say that, to me, I feel like that just shows that there's no real support between the two of them. Because there's no way that my wife can go out and do wrong, and then in the public, I don't have her back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, if she did something, I got to stick back. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, once we in the house together, I tell her, hey, you probably shouldn't have did that. But especially if she did something on my behalf, regardless of whether or not I asked her to do it. You know what I mean? If she did it on my behalf, she showed me that she was there for me. So I have to be there for her in return. And to me, it just seemed like her, I guess, for lack of better terms, condemning what he did showed that she really didn't have his back. And that's a conversation that I had with my wife publicly. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know what they talk about behind closed doors, but publicly it looks like she didn't have his back. And that's a conversation I had with my wife. When it first came out, I'm like, people saying that he did all this for her, and I'm like, I don't know that she would have jumped out the window for him like that. And lo and behold, a week later, we get this news. So,
I mean, but she didn't say anything when Regina King made that crack about him. She didn't say nothing. She laughed.
Right, and that's another thing. You know what I mean? So, like, people, and again, like I pointed back to the fact that when all that August stuff first happened, everybody's been jumping on Will. You know what I mean? He's been the butt of all the jokes. And he didn't do himself any favors after he slapped Chris Rock. And she never once jumped out, put a statement out, said like, we dealing with this internally. Please respect our privacy. Well, nothing to the effect of like, don't, stop poking at my husband. So it was never a public statement about anything of her defending him.
If you notice, the only statement is because through this, even though Will getting backlash for smacking her, most of the attention has been on her. So, and the statement is, okay, let me get this heat off of me now. You know what I'm saying? Be like, because when it was the August situation, all the fucking scrutiny was on Will about how he let this happen and blah, blah, blah. You had a couple little pockets, just like how you got pockets now of people talking about Will. You had a couple little pockets talking about her, but it wasn't forefront. You know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff was.
I think it's an equal slice, right? I think to me, I say
when August happened, I think a lot more.
No. I'm talking about now. I think it's an equal on both.
Now, but I think, I think it was
I don't know. I kind of disagree with you.
Will was getting the backlash, but while they was demeaning Will about it, it was going right to Jada. You know what I'm saying? So it was never a conversation where it was. And most of the people when they talked about it, save us, it was never just putting the blame on Will. It was like, yes, what he did was wrong, and then it was either saying what he did was wrong, but at the same time trying to say, I understand because he was defending black women, or it was, yes, what he did was wrong, and it's because it is his broad, and she ain't this, and she the devil. You know what I'm saying? It was always, he did something wrong, he shouldn't have did it, and then shift right to Jada, what it was. And right, I think
it's hand in hand, though. So it's like him, but on the back end, it's her, too. So it's never been just, it was Jada. You know what I'm saying? It's well, I don't want to say it's never been, but
what I was saying was when it was August, it wasn't that. So she
when it was
but it was that. But it was that people was talking about how she abused him and he was coming there for help and the friend. Yeah, everybody talking about she a hoe. She for the streets. That's what I was hearing.
But once the red table talk hit and you got that meme of him with the tears, all the attention went to Will. You know what I'm saying? And she allowed that.
I wasn't seeing that.
Left it. All that went to Will. I think in this situation is, okay, let me get this heat off of me now because I didn't even want him to do it. my issue with that is I don't think she should have said anything because at first I was at a impression. I was like, I didn't see why people were saying anything negative about her. I'm like, if he did it, that's what he did, or well, was he was defending her or not? Now with her coming out saying that, that's showing okay, we're not even a united front. Basically, you just threw me under the bus in front of everybody because now it's going to be even more talk about me now. Now it's I let this dude run up in you and fuck you and didn't say nothing about it. Now I'm smacking people for you and you don't even want me to do that. You know what I'm saying?
But if that was the case, it backfired because what people saying? What? Oh, because what I'm saying now, she don't deserve Will. She said that if that was the thing, it backfired because nobody is looking at Will like, dang, you really shouldn't have did it. They looking at her like you ungrateful trick. That's what I'm saying.
How I feel. Honestly, that's how I feel. That's definitely how I feel about it. I believe I'm with Earthwick on that. I don't think she do love him. At this point, I think they might have just grown apart.
I don't believe
I think they love each other. Yeah, I think they just got a weird relationship.
How they do it, right? I can't define it in the way that I would love somebody.
Right. Yeah, I think it's different. You know what I mean? Like they're not on the same. I don't want to say normal.
They're not on the same realm as us.
Right.
Basically that. But okay, so what y'all feel about the flip side or the opposite of this with T.I. With T.I., I can't remember the comedian name. Anybody know the young lady's name?
No. Lauren somebody. It's Lauren somebody.
Producer, look it up for me real quick. I don't want to be disrespectful and not get her name out there. But does everybody know the story about what happened?
T.I. is a clown. He works my nerve.
I won't say he's a clown, but
he is. He think he's smarter than what he actually is. Like he done read the dictionary, picked out some words of the day, and say them over and over.
What's fueling this thing?
Just a lot of stuff. Every time I hear him talk.
Okay, the young lady's name is Lauren Knight. For y'all who don't know, it's basically the same thing. I think my major issue with this now is
it's not like, the same. It's not.
No. Let me say what I was saying is the same. Jesus, you ain't gonna let me talk?
You're talking about he's basically Will in this situation. There's no Jada, but he's
Will. What I'm saying is what I was trying to say was the same is opening up the door for people to try to shut down comedians when they don't like what's being said. Because basically that's what I was trying to say was the same. Will smack Chris Rock because he didn't like what was said. And since T.I. didn't like what Miss Knight was saying on there, he interrupted the show. He got up on there, took the mic. He actually, when I first saw it, I thought he was hugging her to kind of like put an end to it. But I think he kind of was saying shit like in her ear, almost like he was trying to threaten her or something.
He was, and that's what I didn't like about it. And that's something that I didn't see I didn't see coming from him. He didn't project himself to be that type of person, but he got real aggressive with her over something. And there was no proof to what she was saying. But then again, why would she lie? She said that she was on stage and he was heckling her. So I don't want to say he forced that reaction because
all she said was, "What about them allegations?" She
said, "I'll take off this wig once you."
That's the allegations, right?
But I bet you she was talking about R. Kelly. He wouldn't have said, "No, Lee, don't talk about that man and this and he." He'd have laughed.
Well, R. Kelly was.
And I don't have a problem with him defending himself. Like I didn't have an issue with nothing he was saying until he got on the stage, got in her face, and touched her. With him defending himself, because it was all the stuff that he was saying was true. There was a politician that came out that basically said they put that smear campaign out there because he was getting involved in the politics. Everything he was saying was actual facts, but when he crossed the line was when he stepped on the stage, got in the girl's face, he grabbed her, snatched the mic from her. Too much, you know what I mean? And what's even worse about the situation is security was standing right there in front of them and didn't stop him. He could have did anything to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I still don't even think that was a need for him to defend himself. This ain't, like she said, this ain't no rap battle or nothing like that. It's a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of people spoke on that T.I. and Tiny situation.
I think in the same vein, though, the same like we saw Will when you figure enough. So, and this is also something that I think I don't want to keep going back to Will, but I think he might have opened the door for people who feel like, whenever somebody say something, specifically comedians, you got the right to just speak your piece or do what you
Right.
feel is right with it, or to defend yourself however you see fit within that situation. And what's gonna happen is a lot of people gonna get hurt, a lot of venues gonna get tore up, and a lot of promoters gonna get sued. So I think people need to
Yeah.
kind of pull back on that. And Ti did display some abusive behavior in that video. And then what was crazy behind that was he kind of came back around with the little cover up to try to smooth everything over because he knew he was going to take a hit with his public image. So he posted a video of him and a girl sitting on the stage hugging or whatever. But right after that, I guess after the night was over, she was like saying, because I guess she said he called her a bitch, and then he went on live and said he didn't, and then there was a video.
Well, she went on live and said that she went on live and described the situation. So I don't think when she went on live it was to start it back up, but it's like you just describing what happened.
I think it was one of those, like Nicole was saying, when you get away from somebody, you start saying everything you wish you could have said in a moment. She was kind of tough on the camera, don't walk on camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm
don't walk on because you know what I'm saying. Next time it ain't gonna be good. So, but she relived it on camera. So then, once she put the story back out there, then he went back and was like, okay, hold on, now you're lying. You know what I'm saying? It's like I never called you a bitch, but that's the only thing he disputed.
Yeah,
he didn't dispute the heckling her. He didn't dispute just talking about telling her to take a wig off. And instead he interrupted it. He didn't dispute none of that. The only thing he disputed was saying that he didn't call her a bitch.
Yeah, because he kept calling her a nigga. Because when I read it first before I saw it, and so I kept saying, Lauren, is that a name that like Stacy, men can have like a co-ed name? I was like, Lauren, is that a man? Because he keeps saying nigga, right? But when he called her a B during the live too. So I agree with y'all. I think a lot of things that we probably used to, in our day growing up, is the celebrities are doing stuff. I guess they're getting tired, just like with the Cardi B and Tasha K thing. When you think about the Inquirer and magazines like that, they was always lying on stars. You know what I'm saying? Just lying, and that stuff wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? And that's what gossip people do. They gossip. If it's true, it's gossip. That don't mean it's true. It's gossip. Yeah, Tasha K admitted
for back then.
Right, but Tasha K did say, yeah, I knew it wasn't true, but she was making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's opening the doors to shut down that gossip stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B won all them millions.
I don't know with them shutting it down. I think it's the fact of how you're shutting it down. Though, when the physical confrontation got to stop, because just say now the club would have got shut down, but what if they hadn't really patted that little young lady down, or she'd happen to have a pistol on her or something and felt threatened because of how he come up on stage, or she'd have had a little pocket knife or anything on her.
No, I was talking about the gossip columnist type stuff, because that's another thing.
If you're gonna shut it down, go ahead and shut it down. You can legally or just talk about it back and forth, but how they approaching people now, especially comedians, I think, like old girl said, ain't nothing off limits. Comedians can talk about anything.
So let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think, because we might feel like, come on, it's comedy. They do this every award show. They have a comedian and they talk about the audience. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And it's like, that's what they do, Will. You're not off limits. Well, who you think you are that you could come in and know that this is what's being done, but I'm going to smack somebody if they pick me, don't come. You know what I'm saying? But do you think just because we feel like that's what we're used to and that's what they do, does that really make it okay?
Yes.
I think in today's society, PC answer is no. But if we just go back to comedians poke fun at pain, right?
Yep.
Regardless of whether it's at themselves or at the expense of themselves or the people around them.
Real quick. I want to respond to Maine when he said that the magazine say satirical. Tasha K always said allegedly. She said, I gotta say allegedly. Don't want to get sued, so they still say allegedly the same thing. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's still getting shut down. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. I just feel like I lost my train of thought. God damn it,
I'm
Nicole.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I think in answer to your question, though, I believe that you know what you're going for when you go to a comedy show. You know what you're there for. You
I
know
got
what I'm saying? Go ahead.
comedians poke fun at pain, whether that's at the expense of themselves or the people around them. I just think today people are just too sensitive, and that's really what it boils down to. There's a difference between talking about somebody intentionally trying to hurt them, and then just making a joke or making light of something that happened. Because if we go and I don't want to keep talking about Will and Jada, but if we go back a few weeks before the Oscars, they was on the red carpet with what is her name, Laverne Cox, and she brought up the entanglement thing while they was standing right in front of her. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they didn't get offended then. You know what I'm saying? People pick and choose when they want to be offended. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just feel like the world right now is just too sensitive.
Yeah, and I think the major difference between the T.I. incident and Will Smith is it's really nothing off limits when you heckling a person. Most comedians, when you start heckling them, that's when they get a little
they get aggressive.
aggressive with you.
Sometimes you will become the show.
Yes. So like if you sitting in the audience and you want to talk back to them or say something to them, it's like, oh, I got a target. Now I ain't got to worry about this other 10 minutes of material I had. You know what I'm saying? I can finish my show with you and say that material, it'd be fresh for my next show. Because you've given me something to talk about now. And that's one of the things where you can't start talking about me and then get mad with whatever I say back to you. That's my issue with T.I. on that one there. He could have went to his live later and defended that if he wanted to, but I don't think he should have interrupted that lady's show like that, and especially got as aggressive as he did.
He think he bad. He think he tough, you know. King of the South. I'm this. He think he tough. Go have a seat.
Oh, I forgot you to move to his city. That's why she don't like him. She in Georgia.
I still had not revealed that. You just telling my business.
Yes, we had. I had been told that.
Oh, I don't remember.
Remember, I said because I moved you down there. I told the whole story about coming from Houston.
Jesus. Don't nobody remember that.
Well, then they ain't gonna remember this, right? Lil Neil said if Chris had not poked fun at Jada in 2016, he might not have been slapped.
Well, it wasn't just Jada. He did that. It was Jada and Will in that same joke.
No, well,
yeah,
the Will joke, but the Will part was funny.
Yeah, it was the Jada joke was funny. He was like, her boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna panties. I was not invited.
You talking about 2016? I thought you were talking about this one.
No, that the one there that said, and then he goes on to say, yes, it wasn't right. He didn't get nominated. He did excellent. It wasn't right, but it also wasn't right that Will Smith got $20 million for Wild Wild West. It was a good joke.
I thought Wild Wild West was good.
I never saw it.
None of that shit was funny, to be honest. But
it wasn't hilarious, but it was funny for Chris Rock. He corny to me.
I don't like Chris Rock jokes at all. So none of that shit, nothing he said the whole night until he said Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. That was the funniest thing he said all night.
That wasn't funny to me.
Not funny.
I'm not a fan of Chris Rock, so I won't go there with that. I don't want to.
I'm a fan of him in movies, but stand up.
I like his movies. But it's the same thing. I'm like that with a lot of comedians. I mean, Mike Epps had like one, maybe two funny stand-ups to me. I'd rather see him in a movie than in a stand-up again.
Who?
Mike Epps.
His last one was trash. I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed. The most recent one that just came out like a week or two ago.
Has he ever been funny stand-up? I think he's I think he's a comedic actor. I've never seen him funny, just like Tiffany Haddish.
I don't know.
She's a comedic actress.
The second one, but he had one that was hilarious.
He got like four. He got like four of them that's funny as hell. But he got some duds too. But
but with that, I was talking to a couple friends earlier today. They asked me to talk about what does it mean to date or how you're supposed to date today. I told them I think we talked about it already because I literally was on the phone for like maybe 45 minutes to an hour arguing with three women. They was talking about first Kevin Samuels and how he is going to be the death of the black family because he's teaching men I wish I could have recorded it because I don't want to misquote the lady, but she said he's teaching men to basically not be shit, and expect everything from women. Um, and then she asked me about what do I think dating is. I mean, she wanted us to discuss what we thought dating was, or what
Well,
is dating.
before we go into that, what I don't like about Kevin Samuels is that okay, yeah, he gets on men too, right?
Yes.
So he'll get on men and say, "How you think you gonna do this?" And I've heard him say, "You're supposed to be the head. You're supposed to be the provider," and blah blah blah. And if you can't do this, you gotta have a job. Blah blah blah. Then he turns around and tells women, based on how they look, how they basically not worthy of that. The type of stuff you want, them type of men who's able to take care of you and provide don't want you.
Okay. So what's wrong with that?
So that's what I don't like about it. I don't think it has nothing to do with how you look. I see plenty of men that make money with some bugger bears or whatever.
Is this before or after they got the money?
I don't know when they got together, but I'm just saying I've seen regular men that got good jobs in love with booger bears and taking care. It don't have nothing to do now. If they cheat or whatever, who knows? But I don't think it has nearly as much to do with looks as Kevin Samuels make it seem. Because if that's the case, no woman who is not a 10 will have anybody to take care of them.
You're making me out a liar.
What you mean?
I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was telling me about this dude who she had, I guess, was talking to or whatever. They got into an argument. She was telling me that he was ugly or whatever. She sent me a picture, and I was like, "Well, I don't think dude ugly." I'm like, "I don't really judge dude." She's like, "Would your sister date him?" And I was like, "Oh, no, no, no." Now with all this shit you just talked, you might date this ugly one.
No, I don't date ugly people.
You just
First of
said it ain't
all,
about look.
I'm talking about for men. We ain't talking about women wanting men. I'm talking about how Kevin Samuel's talking about a woman got to look a certain way in order to feel like a man has a man. How many times a man with a Lamborghini? Because you a 5 at best. Ain't nobody with money gonna want you. He got too many options, and I just think that's toxic to tell any woman. But
Who
for
the,
me,
who the
I
Kevin
might be
Samuels in our
shallow.
family?
I'm not gonna lie. I might be shallow. You have to look good, but I will say this: looks are what's the word? It's all
Look,
subjective, right? So just because somebody look good to me, they might be ugly to somebody. I've dated somebody that I thought was attractive and people looking at me like, girl, what are you doing? So me saying he got to be fine, he might be fine to me. I have to find him attractive. That don't mean he got to be fine to the masses, but I
yeah,
have to find him
that means you date
attractive.
ugly people. And you know what? And I told her that though. Because I said my sister should give him a chance once she gets to know him, and then that might make him look attractive to her. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. If I like you, I'm gonna think you cute. I've dated guys that I thought was cute while I was with them, and when we broke up, I rolled up on them, and I was like, "Ooh, what was I thinking?"
So,
Tasha said everybody got a Kevin Samuels in their family.
so you think that um Nicole, as a woman, you have to have be with somebody who you deem attractive physically.
That's the first thing. I
You.
mean, me, yes.
So you honestly believe a man with money and options doesn't want to be with somebody attractive.
Somebody that he finds attractive. Just because Kevin Samuels is looking at her saying she's a 6 at best and ain't nobody gonna want you, don't mean that a woman with money, a man with money, is not gonna look at her and think she's attractive.
Okay, I understand now.
That's true. I
I,
think my whole issue
I
is
think
that
I
people.
misunderstood what you were saying at first, but to me, it just sounded like you were saying, "Don't no man with money." Well, the men with money
No,
ain't got no standards. Basically, like they'll take a.
it's all subjective, just like he says, and he kept saying, "What do you think you are?" To this one girl, he says, "Beyonce's a 8, Kelly's a 9, Rihanna's a 10." That's all your opinions. I think Rihanna's beautiful, but I don't think Rihanna is prettier than Kelly and Beyonce. But
I'm
that's his
gonna put
opinion.
Kelly on top of that one.
I still think Beyonce prettier than both of them, only because without the makeup, she's still really pretty. Kelly without the makeup,
I ain't saying that without the makeup, so
She
I'm
ain't
going.
ugly, but she's real regular. Rihanna without the makeup, real regular. Beyonce is still really pretty without the makeup.
I'm still trying to find out who the Kevin Samuels in our family is. Probably Jay, huh?
I've never been like that. I would say it's probably your brother.
Okay, I can't fight it. I can't fight it. So now back to the question that she asked me though was she wanted me to get you guys' opinion about what dating is
I don't know what.
and what it looks like today. You had to have dated before. Like, what was dating when before you got married? I mean, like, was it because I think she was trying to figure out the thing about with monogamy. Because to me, dating to me doesn't mean monogamous. It doesn't mean one person.
I can't tell you shit. Honestly, like I went from high school. I was only single for a very short amount of time, maybe a few months. And at that time, I wasn't dating anybody. I was,
Entangling.
yeah. So it wasn't a big break between when y'all took me to Carbondale and then when I met my wife. So it wasn't a big gap between them.
So when you met your wife, what happened? Y'all didn't date? Y'all just got straight to a relationship? It was just relationship?
It was exclusive though. So I mean, I guess in my sense,
So it was a relationship.
it turned into a relationship. So we went out. We met. We met in the club, and then we met again at the school like little grocery store type deal. And then we kind of a mutual friend put us together, and then we
Again?
started talking, right? Because it was just like when we was at the club, we danced or whatever, talked for a little bit. That was that. Then some time went by. I saw her again, and she didn't remember me. So
Kind of fuck with you though. Did you like, hold up, I remember you. You don't remember me? We talked that night?
a little bit, but it was on somebody told me like, oh, I bet you because we had points to get us meals or whatever. So I was on some nigga shit. He like, yeah, I bet you won't answer to get you no meal from over here. I talked to her, she shot me down, whatever. And another friend, like we had a mutual friend who put us together, like gave her my number, gave me her number, and then then we started talking. We started talking like we went from I think the first time we talked, we sat on the phone for shit. We sat on the phone damn near all night. And then after that, it was like every day we was hanging out together, and then we started going out to the movies and shit. But it wasn't like I was talking to anybody else at the time. Like prior to her, there were people around. But once me and her decided like we was going to try to make it something, it was just us.
Okay. But there was a actual decision on that.
Yeah, I was actually kind of like a an ultimatum.
Okay. So basically, so what we're saying is dating in itself is not exclusive. That does not mean exclusivity.
I think it depends on
depends.
individuals, right? Some
Yeah,
people date
because
and not care if the person that they dating is seeing other people, but some people like exclusivity. Some people like I don't know if you could say monogamy when you're dating though, right? I would say more so. I mean, but that's the same thing, I guess.
Same thing.
So, yeah, I guess.
But I mean, once you get exclusivity though, doesn't that turn into a relationship?
not all the time. Because when I dated people, I never, I've never, and maybe I was doing it wrong. Okay, maybe that's why, you know, I'm single because I wasted a lot of time. I would never date more than one person. So even if I'm getting to know you, I'm getting to know you. I wasn't dating or letting other people take me out. I would be like, oh, we just talking. I could recognize, oh, we just talking, but I wouldn't talk to nobody else because I'm trying to get to know you. And for me, just myself, I always felt like I didn't want the hassle of trying to get to know more than one person, right? And then have to deal with, okay, I want A, right? I'm gonna choose A, but A and B is choosing me, right? Well, A, B, and C. But I want A. So now I gotta cut off B and C. Now I gotta just deal with whatever attitudes because dudes be kinda, I mean, dudes get rejected, but a lot of dudes don't take rejection well. So I just never wanted to deal with having to cut people off to go pursue this, or having to decide who I like, or I like both of them, or I like this about this guy, that about that guy. So I don't want to stop seeing either one, or I really like hanging out with this guy. So I'm dating you, but I must keep you as a friend. But my man ain't gonna want me friends with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. I just needed my focus on
Hey, Miss Kelly,
one
at this
person,
point,
and that's just me.
we're trying to define what it means to date, or what dating looks like, or what it is. Um, I'm trying to figure out if that means non-exclusivity, or because to me, if you're exclusive with one person, then that's more than dating at that point in my head. And I mean, it's hard for me to even put it in, because I don't think I've ever dated anybody.
Well, what if it's a guy and a girl, and she just like me? Um, I never had a discussion with any of the guys saying, okay, we dating exclusive. You can't talk to nobody else. It was almost kind of like a silent thing. But what if I'm dating somebody and he's dating and he has a different idea of dating? You know what I'm saying? So he's dating people. I'm dating just him exclusively because I don't want to be out here spreading my time or trying to get to know multiple people. I'm trying to get to know you, right? So that's how I feel. Does that mean it's more than dating, or is it just more than dating for me and not him?
I think the difference in that is the door is still open on that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, because there hasn't been, I guess, a conversation about exclusivity, but what you're saying in that sense is he still might be seeing other people. You know what I'm saying? While he's dating you, you have just chosen not to see anybody else, but the door is still open. Like, if somebody did come, you still have the opportunity to say, "Oh, well, yeah, I can't go out with this person or whatever." You know?
But then I would stop seeing him though. I wouldn't date two people at the same time. I just never dated two people at the same time.
See, in my head, you in relationships.
No,
In
I
my
think.
head,
What'd you say?
I said in my head, she in relationships. I was trying to read just say that's why I don't get ready to love. I don't think most people are mature enough to date different people in the face of each other. I think my thing is I'm honest, but I've never dated. Like, I've been on dates, but like I've never dated anybody in the way that I think dating is. My thing is, most of the time the two like type people I would think of, we really started off in relationships. It was like exclusive. It was almost like Jay and his wife. You know what I'm saying? I started in with him, and it was just like them for the duration.
Don't necessarily mean y'all were in a relationship though. You know what I mean? Like, you're not your
Nobody else had a
thing
chance.
but that don't mean it's a relationship though. That just means your attention is focused on that one person at that time. You see what I'm saying? Just because you're not seeing anybody else, if you two have not established that it's me and you are together, if it's just we go out, we hang out, and y'all like just being around each other, that's really just all it is. Like, if until y'all establish the fact that y'all are an item, you know what I mean? But if it's not said to me, but I also think that also causes a lot of confusion between men and women too, right?
I think that's the issue right there, because the thing is, say like this is, say Nicole's situation, right? Nicole decides she met this dude that we gonna rob, and they going out, and she's dating him. She don't want to talk to nobody else just because she wants to get to know him. But if she happened to go to the, I don't know, whatever restaurant they go to, the Turkey Leg Hut or whatever in Houston, she happened to walk in there and he's sitting in there with another girl or something like that.
I'm gonna have a problem with it. That's just what I was about to say. I would have a problem with it. And the reason why I say that, because I had to think back, like with Egypt's dad, right? We were just talking in the beginning. I just kind of feel like, I don't know how it happened that I heard a message of his or saw a text message, but he was texting me and another girl the exact same thing, like copy and paste, how he really liked me and he this and boom, boom, boom. And then to another girl. So I just kind of felt like, yeah, we getting to know each other, but you go ahead and do that if that's what you want to do. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel. I feel like
I don't have attitude just because it was the same message.
yeah, but I don't want to be in competition with nobody. I don't want to feel like, okay, you out here dating, trying to pick who you want. Now I got to try to be on my A game so that you choose me. I'm going to make it easy for you. And so I do feel that way. I do feel like, I'm take that back. I do feel like if we're dating, it needs to, speaking of the devil, he just texts me. We do.
Because he watching.
He watching. You don't be telling my business. He gonna say, I didn't send her the same message as you.
We need to, I do feel, I will feel some type of way. So if I'm dating a guy, and of course I know we not together, right? We not together. It's understood we not together. We getting to know each other. But if you dating other women, I don't need to know about it. I don't need to walk up on it. I don't want to hear nobody calling you in my face. I just need to feel like you're interested in me only, and you're that interested in me that you really want to get to know me, and you ain't trying to get to know nobody else. That's just me. I would have a problem if I walked there. I wouldn't talk to him no more.
So dating to you is exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Especially if I give you some.
I think that's a different level of it, and I understand that when it comes with women in that part. So I'm not. If you notice, I have not spoken to that part of it because I kind of understand that. And Miss Kelly, to answer your question, me dating is to getting to know a person, period. But it's I think you're supposed to keep your options open. I'm saying now, there's nothing wrong with being exclusive or when you meet a person, just wanting to be around that person. But I think when in the dating phase, you can date multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Dating don't mean I have to be sleeping with all of the people, you know what I'm saying, or any other people. But I think you.
Who?
What do you? What? Who? What?
Who don't got to sleep with all the people?
Wow.
You don't have to sleep with other people.
We're not talking about me. That ain't what you said.
That is what I said.
You said I
don't have to sleep with everybody to be dating them.
But you ain't never dated nobody, so
you lying. What is the definition of a date? What entails a date?
You know what? I had this same conversation earlier. You're misinterpreting. Dating my definition doesn't mean that I am sleeping with them. My definition means that there has to be the possibility of sex for it to be considered a date. That doesn't mean that I'm hitting it.
My boy. I don't know you.
Just because people like me now, and I might get some tossed up or laid up on me and I get to partake in certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Cut it out, man.
What?
Cut it out. Sitting out here trying to get on your soapbox and acting like you ain't one of them.
One of what? I don't know what you mean. What are you trying to say? Trying to sully my image on here?
Hell yeah.
No, dating doesn't mean that you have to be sleeping with everybody that you're going on a date. That doesn't make it a date for that. You know what I'm saying? But I do think in that process, especially in the beginning, is when you're supposed to have your option open. Unless you just meet don't get me wrong, you might meet a person and decide, oh, this is it. But to me, that's not dating then. Like, that's kind of like a relate. When it's exclusive, that's a relationship to me.
I can see that based off of what Nicole said, but I think that's the difference between I don't even want to say men, but some people can handle that, some people can't, right? She just said if she walked in and saw a guy that she was dating, even if they haven't put a label on it yet, she walk in and see him on a date with somebody else, she gonna feel away. You could be the total opposite. You could be dating somebody and walk in and see them sitting with somebody and just be like, oh, okay, enjoy your dinner. You know what I'm saying? I'll hit you up later. It won't be
keep on moving.
Right. So I think it depends on the individuals.
Hold on 1 second. My daughter's calling me out.
Because I was dating a guy before, and he didn't want to put labels on it, but he wasn't seeing nobody else. I wasn't seeing nobody else, but he didn't want to put labels on it. I like how it is. He didn't want to
cop out.
Yeah,
that's cop out.
You gave him
some BS. It was some BS, but
you gave him some.
Huh?
You gave him some.
All the time.
You gotta figure out a way to get this money. Huh?
Gave him some.
You gave him some. He go. Why he gonna be in a relationship with you? Hell no. That was my ultimatum. It's like, hey, nigga, look, what we doing? You ain't finna keep doing that, now. What we doing? all right, you caught me. Come on out, you got me.
That was the crazy one I told y'all about that put me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, we ain't finna go back to that story. We're gonna leave him
I
alone.
ain't finna go through that. It's
We're gonna leave him alone. You
crazy.
dealt with the ultimatum, Jake?
It wasn't really it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I knew I didn't want to go
I'm glad
nowhere.
you did. I wouldn't have had my favorite cousin if you didn't, but
It was the fact that
it
kind
wasn't
of
me.
like what you were saying, right? You leave the door open, you know what I'm saying, just in case. We was young, shit, in college, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure she had options too. So it had just got to the point where it was like, okay, what we doing? We ain't gonna keep playing like this. You know what I'm saying? We either gonna be together or we not. So, and I didn't want to be with nobody else, you know, so it was like, okay. So, I mean, I call it an ultimatum, but only because she was the first one to say, hey, make it happen or whatnot.
This is true, Miss Kelly. It is easier to deal with when society accepts that you are able to date multiple people. And for men, it is more acceptable to date multiple people.
Look how they dogged Lori Harvey for dating. And nobody calls her a hoe. None of the men calls her a hoe or say she try to make her out there like that. It's other women trying to make it like she out there like that.
The women dogged her, and men who thought they had a chance, like, you know what I'm saying, had something to say about that. But and most of the time, if it's a man talking about a woman who dates, is a man who's either jealous because he didn't have it, or you know what I'm saying, or she turned him down or something like that. That's most of the time. Other than that, guys don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Guys don't really care, unless it comes out that you have multiple sex partners.
Women be dating and telling everyone they the only one.
That's true.
I know nothing of that.
Then they forget they tell you that, and then tell you a story later. You be like, so when did you go out with that guy? 3 months ago. Okay, you started talking to me 6 months ago, and you were telling me wasn't nobody but me and you. So, what'd you say, Nicole? You ain't gonna never be that person?
I said I know nothing of that.
Oh, that's
we gotta get you to go on some dates.
It sounds like she didn't been there before.
Yeah, that was back in her day, you know what I'm saying, when she was active.
I wasn't dating multiple people. I never dated more than one person at a time.
Why you keep looking off to the side when you say that?
She's looking
because I'm looking at something.
Accessing the creative cortex of her brain.
Right. What he said.
I think we need some way to get some concrete rules about what dating is, so men and women can have something to reflect on when these issues come up. Because that'd be a lot of problems within these relationships too. Because I think the thing is, especially in the dating phase, most men be out here trying to play that I'm dating, and women be on that, nah, nigga, we together.
Yeah, I think.
Where you going, my boy? You live here now.
I think each person or each couple or whatever needs to define that.
I agree. But I think they need to talk about it. What happens is most of the time we don't try to talk about it or what our idea of dating is and what we're looking for with dates, and we try to let it just happen. The dating part of it, you know what I'm saying? Once we get into it, we were afraid to tell a person that, well, nah, right now, look, I'm weighing my options. I'm seeing what's out there, you know. And I think a man will tell a woman that, and most of the time the women will agree and say that, yeah, I'm with that too.
We don't always verbalize that. That may be how you feel, but we don't always verbalize it for fear of losing that woman. So we do have a tendency of stringing women along. And I don't think it's always malicious. It's just the simple fact that you may be dating two people. You may like the one that you stringing along a little more than you like the other one. You don't want to tell her you dating somebody else because you don't want her to feel like she's in competition with anybody else for your time. So I think a lot of the time it's not with malicious intent, but because you had, or you what is it? You lie by omission. That's why it comes out and looks as bad as it really worse than what it really is. But I think honestly, I think it just boils down to people being honest from the jump, right? Because if you be honest, you don't know what the response will be. You know what I mean? You could go to a woman and tell her, hey, I'm dating XYZ. She might like it, she may not. But if you're honest from the jump, you'll be able to clear the air. You might find somebody that's into that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what be honest with girls, though. You can't be honest with older women.
Why not?
Because older women are not honest with themselves most of the time.
Oh, that's a different conversation, boy.
What's older women? What's the age range?
You better trade light.
What's the age range? I'm trying to see something.
Round in that 38 and up. Yeah, you fall
How?
in there. You fall in
How are
there.
we not honest with ourselves?
It won't be on the whole, you know what I'm saying? So some of you would have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. It's one of them. If it ain't talking about you, you just kind of got to let it pass.
If it don't apply, let it fly.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, older women are not honest about themselves about what it is that they're what they're looking for, and you know what I'm saying, how to go about attaining it. Like, I'm sorry if you feel attacked, Nicole, but that's what. Okay, like for the simple fact, like when I was first become single, right, trying to meet people, you ask what they're looking for. You know what they tell you they're looking for? I'm looking for something casual in a long-term relationship. Bam, there you go, right there. There you go.
That's why she feel attacked. 38 is old.
38 is older. It's not old.
Older. I didn't say old. I didn't call anybody old. I said older women. Come on now. I said older. Older does not mean old. It's just older than some. That's all it was. So
so now, so I see what this is. This is the overlay for the underlay. Yeah. You know, you want to talk about how older women ain't it, so you can justify these 20-year-olds you trying to get.
Nah, you know, it's hard. I can't do it. Now, honestly, I've tried to make myself talk to a 20-year-old. I can't do it.
Old geezer.
I can't do it.
Old pervert.
I talked to Jay, man. I was saying the girl, she bad, cuz she give me rhythm. And he's like, what you gonna do? I can't do it.
This man said, give me rhythm. He old. He talking about older women. He an older man.
Right.
He's an old, what R. Kelly said, I'm an older man that love all women.
Yeah, but I can't do it. So you ain't got to worry about that right now. Maybe when I hit another couple years, you said. When I hit a couple years, maybe when I hit my midlife crisis, I'm planning on having one in about another 2 years. I'm gonna have a midlife crisis. Feel that. There's no need to justify dating younger girls now because everybody's dating. Older women want to date younger men. That's why they embrace the cougar. So all they want to do is date younger men, and it's the same thing with men. And it's all for the same reason. They both all saying because their counterparts don't want to have sex. They got old, don't want to have sex no more.
I think it's disgusting.
What, sex?
No, dating younger guys. Like when younger guys, it's flattering, but all I see is Tristan face. I'd be like,
but guess what? That's my issue with the 20. You know, I got 20-year-old daughters. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because if my 20-year-old daughter bring home a cat my age, somebody get fucked up. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm not finna sit here and be nice to this cat.
And I think about something like stuff like that. Like dudes be like, I like older women. All I'm thinking is, what your mama gonna say?
How my girl just say she accidentally went on a date with a 23-year-old.
Look.
She said I wanted to die.
Well, okay, so what's this too young? So for y'all who do not know, Desiree is my daughter. Tell her congratulations. She's starting. She's a theater stage manager, and she's got a new play that she's doing, but it's on Norwegian Cruise Line. She starts in May. She starts next month, so she's just doing rehearsals right now. But she's in charge of one of the plays.
Hey, Desi. Yes. I wish I could go.
We gonna go. We'll talk about it when we get off. I'm gonna pick one today.
Some other time.
Some other time, Nate.
Nate.
Okay, first off, Desi, you got to give me what this too young is. Nicole, you still ain't told us how you accidentally went with a 23-year-old. And Tasha, she'll deal with me before I can buy some Jordans or something. I said when I do my midlife crisis,
you ain't buying no goddamn Jordans.
When my midlife crisis started, I ain't there yet.
Man, you ain't gonna never hit that one.
I'm gonna tell you, before I had Tristan,
I'm making plans for it.
Before I had Tristan, I was about 23. I dated a 39-year-old. Okay.
Hold up. So he was that fine, Nicole, that you didn't even ask his age?
But he used to do this kind of stuff. We would get in his car and he would play all this rap music and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear that. And I think he was relieved. Then all of a sudden it was just all jazz. I'm like, okay, I don't want to hear that shit either. But
You should have gotten
yeah.
and gave him your CD.
He probably been like, well, let's see what the streets got to say.
She can't date a man below the age of her nephews. Okay. I don't know how old your nephews are, but we just okay. Smooth and sweet, not fine per se. I don't know what that means.
He was smooth and he was sweet, not fine, but
gang.
So then it shouldn't have mattered that he was 23 then.
Until they sat down and started talking.
Kurt said Nail capping. What did Nail say? I gotta go up here and find this. What Nail capping about?
In their 20s. So you need somebody 30 or older.
Hold on, you talking about? He said younger women are. He said because he said younger women are trouble too, Kurt. He wants a second date. How was the first date, Nicole? Okay, now we got to play date doctor for Nicole. How was the first date, Nicole? Was it bad or what? Well, saying her 20s is too young. Anything in it? Oh Lord, that's all they get. That's all they come at me is the 20s. I got.
You need to say you need to be like little girl. Go on.
I got one that's younger than you, and she fine. I mean, oh my God, she fine. Ain't she fine, cuz?
Who? Which one?
I don't want to throw a name out there.
Don't do my brother. Don't do him. Don't do him. Talk about which one.
Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to say yeah. What Tasha at? You could have just said yeah once.
Oh, talking about Chris. Oh, he's talking about Chris and Jay. Okay. Yeah, you late, Kurt. We talking about dating now. We done moved on from there. Okay, so Nicole, you don't know if the date was good. He fucking unconscious.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
I mean,
wait. She's saying she don't know if she want to go on another date with him.
I'm gonna have to let her go, baby. We gonna talk about this off the air.
See, you got yourself in trouble.
But Desi, I'm with you. I don't like that either.
In my defense, I already let it go. I never even entertained it. Never. I told her in the beginning, I said, look, if your mama look anything like you, give your mama my number. You know what I'm saying? I talk to your mom. Now, the rest of the story, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, it's a whole backstory to that.
There we go. I'm with you, Tasha. I can look at the menu. I just ain't ordered.
She talking about me.
She talking about me.
Well, all these extra yes. Look, all these extra yes.
He was talking about me because Nicole said what Tasha is what I said.
You ain't even looking at the menu. You ain't got to worry about him. He blind. He like a horse in a race. He be sitting at the restaurant like this. You had to force this cat to look at somebody. You had to grab him. He'd be like, no. You had to pull his hand. He'd be like, I'm cool.
No. Hell nah. She's in here.
Right. Okay, you keep talking about you conflicted about his age, and I'm not trying to get you to date young. Trust me, I'm not. But you didn't tell me how the first date went. Your nephew.
Okay, so this is a better question, right? Why does age matter, right? If you with somebody and y'all on the same intellectual plane, their thought process is beyond their years. Why does their age matter?
I ain't met him yet.
I got to answer my man Kurt first, real quick. It's hard, Kurt, because of the fact I got daughters, man, and I got like my oldest daughter should be 25 this year. Should I not tell that age?
Probably
too late, right? Too late, but she'll be. Yeah, my oldest daughter be 25 this year. I got a daughter 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I got a son 27. You know what I'm saying? So like anybody around that age to me, I'm like, I shouldn't be messing around with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something my son should be trying to take down. If somebody close to that age trying to talk to me, I'm flattered. Don't get me wrong. Chest poked out, head blew up for the rest of the day. It is. I ain't gonna act like I ain't on that. But at the same time, I'm thinking, man, that's my kids. I'd have my chance at that. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was cool. I mean, it wasn't like I had my younger years where I wasn't getting people. You know what I'm saying? Like I never was lacking for it. So
I think one that's your son age, you might think long and hard about it, but I think you'll take that down. Now, maybe not the ones that's your daughter's ages, but the ones that's your son's age, they'll get it. I'm no.
What I'm saying is anybody in that age group, like I'm thinking my son should probably be on that. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't going.
But I've always like that.
That might be the first
like that. I was like that as a shorty. I was like that as a shorty with people my little brother age, and he 3 years behind me, and I wouldn't go. I wouldn't. No, I got a little brother though. I'm like, nah, but check it out. I got a little brother. You can talk to him, and he'll tell you now. I would just talk to him for my little brother. I've always been like that. It's like, nah, I'm cool. Yeah, ask me that question. I'm 45 right now, baby. Ask me that question when I'm like 50. I told you, when I hit 50, I'm trying to have a midlife crisis. Then I'm gonna be. I'm trying to have
a midlife crisis.
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking out 18-year-olds. I'm gonna be buying. Look, you know what I'm saying? I'm paying for it. If
That's
I ain't married,
man.
if y'all don't get me off the market now, you know what I'm saying?
I don't see a problem with that age.
I don't see a problem with that.
Y'all are adults. If y'all on the same level and he can stimulate you, man, your mental, emotional, physical, whatever it is that you need. What's the issue? You allowing that to block maybe who might be the right person.
I keep having an issue with Nicole. All she's giving us is she don't want to go on a second date. She still hasn't told us how this first date went. That must be a good date. No, she knows. That means the date was good. She's trying in her head to make it not good because she has a problem with his age, not with the time, not with the good time she had with him. That's the issue she's having. That she had a good time with this young 23-year-old because he was smooth and sweet. He showed her a nice time. Her problem was with his age and not with the time that they spending together.
I think what Kurt is saying is, I would say accurate 85 to 90% of the time. But there are people who are wise well beyond their years, right? There are people.
They're usually women, though. But carry on.
I would.
But usually, guess what? I
wouldn't disagree with that, honestly, though. I mean, like you might be right, but there are people that have had harsh upbringings that matured them way earlier than the average, right? So, I mean, like, yes, 9 times out of 10, dating somebody young will present that problem, but I think there are cases where it can work.
He was nervous for the date. Okay, I can understand that.
He was nervous and he asked her out.
No, she said he was smooth and sweet when he asked her out or whatever, but when he got to the date, he was nervous. Because
but I'm saying, how you already got what you were looking for, how you get nervous and still in the deal?
Well, you know, he might be good at you know what I'm saying, presenting the case. He might be bad at closing the deal.
I agree. Those occasions are rare. They are rare.
Yeah, but I tell young girls all the time, baby, I can't do nothing but ruin your life. That's all I'm gonna do for you. I ain't got nothing else to offer you. You are not for the good relationship. I'm not nothing that you're gonna plan for the future with. You know what I'm saying? It's
maybe if I met a young millionaire,
I'm gonna get you a pair of socks. You're gonna get me.
It depends on the millionaire, because it lets you walk into a room and Soldier Boy in there, you're gonna be like, this ain't the millionaire I was asking God for.
No, it's not.
It depends on the young millionaire. That's
what I'm saying. You know,
why does he have to have money though?
Because that's what I look at little boys like. I look at young boys like,
that is true,
what
Kurt.
are you gonna do for me? I have kids. I don't need you to buy me no shoes or get my hair done or get my nails done. That I got grown folk stuff. That's not what I'm looking for.
Drugs have ruined them. I've talked to a couple of them, and they lead off with today. They were popping pills last night.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in these streets, you know what I'm saying? So I get talked to a lot.
Do too much parenting.
Yes, I feel like I don't need no more kids. What you gonna do for me?
You got a parent, a 50-year-old dude.
Huh?
Yeah, you got a parent, a 50-year-old dude.
And to be honest, you've parented niggas. I ain't
trying to date nobody 50.
Let's be honest. You know what I mean? So, like, what does the age? To me, I think the age is just a mental block.
Hold on, who is this you talk about, Kurt?
I think the age is just a mental block that you throw in there, because at the end of the day, like, y'all both.
Me and Nicole, we the same person.
I'm pretty sure y'all both dated me and y'all age that y'all done had to parent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, she ain't been in that situation in 15 years, you said.
Oh, he talking about me? Oh. Kurt.
See, I was about to say something real like borderline racist? Because I was going to ask Nicole, does she even know what that means?
I'm certain that's universal.
Is it universal?
Yeah.
Is that a universal statement?
Context clues. If it's not, context clues to tell you what it is.
But I mean, is that like a universal statement, Nicole?
It's been a minute, but I'll say this. And we ain't got that type of show where we talking about this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't what this show is about. But
Now,
I'll say this. I've had some good, but I ain't never been sprung. I don't even understand that. I ain't never felt like, oh, it's so good, I gotta have him. Never. But I've had some nice.
I wasn't being disrespectful, Nicole. I was honestly asking. But I take that too.
Wow.
Now, while you were saying this ain't the type of show, Nicole, I was asked earlier to have this conversation.
Really?
On the show today, yes.
They know we family, right? And they know you my brother, right?
Not between us.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying I don't want to discuss my sexcapades with you.
I'm not even. You don't have no sexcapades.
What's
going on with you?
Wait, yeah, I'm lost, Nicole. I don't get it. Her eardrums while listening. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Oh,
I'm thinking she mean playing music.
Okay.
I'm thinking she's talking about playing music while she lifted. She not. See, that's why I know. See, that's how I know that the statement is not universal, because she think only thoughts get their backs blown out. See, she thought that was an offensive statement. That's why she said she's not a thought.
But he was talking about me, though.
Your brother said you better not have any sescapades.
Sescapades, right. So, Gabby, y'all check out. I can't even remember where I was going after that. I'm playing and using more slang. Okay. I don't think you know slang. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, Jamarcus doesn't know too much slang. He just froze up on us too. We said he don't know slang. Lost him.
Is he froze?
He froze. That's the slang face. Yeah, hold on. Let's see if we can fix him real quick. He might have to bounce out and come back. Now, Kurt, you ain't been here in a while, bro. You think that, man, you got to go back and check some shows. Now they ain't take it down. Nobody.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. See, Kurt, you done missed out on some stuff, boy. You got to talk to your younger brother, man. Yeah, he been going through it. So, we still haven't got to a definition of, well, I think we did. What we said about dating is that everybody needs to, everybody needs to define it in their own relationship.
He even took it out on me once.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't gonna never let you live that down, Linnell.
Well, okay, riding dirty, though, it depends on the group that you're talking to. Depends on the group that you're talking to, but that's not anything sexual
that you need to worry about.
Right, it is Carthy. Now, see, Kurt, he only speaks the truth. I'm telling you, you're going to have to go back and check some of these episodes, boy. We're going to have to give you like some of the episodes that he in. Yes, riding dirty is a concept. It's about a car, though. It's about your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And it could be either that you riding with some illegal paraphernalia on you, or sometimes it could be just if you have a really nice car. It's something like that.
You'll be headed to the county. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, then.
So I didn't want to get up out of here before Jay checked back in. Let me see. I don't know if he was trying to get back in or not.
He must have reverted to that $9.99.
He might have.
He said his router reset.
His router reset, so it's gonna take him. So here you go. I got him. Show. I got him.
You done reverted to that $9.99.
No.
Oh.
Weird shit happen, but hell no, I ain't got no 9.99.
Hey, it's the equal opportunity show, Curry. We let everybody in. We talk to any and everybody. You know, anybody welcome in the nation. Even you. You can come be a part of Openyanated. Hey, Nicole, my friend, though, you better watch it.
What I miss?
Nah, we just talking. Kurt was saying he thought Nano was taking down 24-year-olds. I told him he missed some shows, and Nano ain't taking down nobody. So we have just about finished up. Nicole was getting us some of her new slang. She found out that riding dirty meant she asked some of her students.
Riding dirty when?
I told her it depends on the situation.
Who the hell still say that?
They might be listening to the song.
I need you hang around the wrong black people, Nicole.
These her students. She just asked what it meant.
Oh, her students. Nicole, the teacher?
She has a yoga class.
Oh, yeah, you hang around.
She do young kids and she do adults. Her adult class is usually on Wednesday, so we blessed that she got to come hang out with us today. Oh, and she clearly said it was 2006. She said.
Clearly
said it was 2006 when she asked this question.
Oh, I was gone, Nicole. Shit.
Right, he was froze.
Oh, employees. See, we got it all wrong. We talk about students. She did say employees at North Riverside Mall.
Ah, well, clearly. I don't read too well. You know, if it was a math problem, I'd have got it.
Negroes.
So
we at the point where we're getting stir crazy, so I think this is it.
We was finna get out of here. We were just trying to wait for you to check back in. We didn't want to say bye without you.
I appreciate it.
Man, we didn't want you to come back in and be like, everybody gone? What the?
Standing up like Will.
Nah, she ain't had no half break. Hold on. I had a dude who I went on a few dates with, got offended when I used dating in a sentence with us. I was perplexed. I said dating, not exclusive, but he was still adamant that we weren't dating.
So what did he say y'all were then? What would he call it? Or did he ever say?
She probably didn't give him the chance because that was the last time they spoke.
They were just seeing each other.
Ain't that dating?
Dating.
I mean, like I say, I think that's why those things need to be defined. We need to be not afraid to have these conversations if we're gonna be adults when we start doing
right. He was younger, right? Right. He said we were hanging.
He definitely was younger.
He definitely needed to be by himself. You definitely should have left him alone. Well, all right, my team. Old folks don't know the rules either, though, Kurt. And then when you ask them to clarify the rules, all the time they stop talking to you. Because I've asked plenty of people, what does it mean to? I've asked plenty of women. You know what I'm saying? What does it mean when you say you're looking for something casual and long term? They just stop talking to me when I ask the question.
They want a long-term casual situation.
But what is that? See, I don't know what the casual situation is.
And it's going to continue to be casual long-term. Don't try to turn it into nothing more than casual.
Okay, but what does casual mean?
Casual could mean friends with benefits. Casual could mean somebody that, we see each other every now and then. If I call you, you know what it is. You call me. It might not be that. It might be we can hang out. It's just casual. We're not exclusive.
Did she know she didn't give me the definition or nothing? She gave me a bunch of what ifs.
Who, me?
Yeah.
How?
That's not always true, Kurt. That's not always true. You can tell you got a couple of them, but not always. See, I think this is what it is. And most men know this. Women and men have different opinions, a different definition of what it means when you say casual dating. To women, what casual means is we see each other every now and then. We get to hang out. No real ties to it, whatever, but no sex is involved. So I mean, we get to go. You spend some money on me. You take me out. We have a good time. if at one of these points I want to have sex, that'll happen. But right now, that's not what this is. It's just it's basically dating. That's what women's definition of casual is. A man, if you tell a man that, oh, this is casual, he think, oh, she just want to have sex. That's automatically what he think. And if you think I'm joking, ask any man that you talk to, just ask him. If a woman tell you that she want to have a casual relationship, what does that mean? I can guarantee you 90% of the men you talk to.
I mean, in my mind, that's what I thought. Like, people have casual sex. I thought casual dating was somebody that, hey, I think somebody, if you're just thinking casual, we hang out, spend a little money, y'all just friends that don't talk every day. Y'all hang out. That ain't casual. Y'all friends that hang out sometimes.
The problem with women and sex is they think it's a prize. That's
it
true.
is. What you mean?
I think that's a topic for another day. Maybe
maybe that should be the topic for next week. Is sex a prize?
No, a woman's cooch is the prize.
I'm okay, cool. We good with that.
Sex ain't no prize, but sex from us is a prize.
The two Nicoles already agreed.
Hold on, wait. What? I don't understand the question. I mean, I don't understand the topic. Are we saying that the woman is the prize, not sex?
No. The sex is a woman's sex prize. Is a woman's vagina a prize?
Getting the vagina. It is a prize. So women do think sex is the prize. It ain't just because we think it. Y'all.
We're going to talk next week.
Okay.
Got the draws, dog.
Got the draws.
Right. I mean, and I'm going to say this.
Oh, my God. All these, we finna get out of
here.
Look,
I'm going to say this and I ain't going to say nothing else. Let me just say this. I be on many posts and men will talk about, they'll be talking about what a woman did this or she didn't even want him or blah, blah, blah. And the comment is, he hit though. Like, at least he hit. That's the answer. He got it though. It is a prize. It's an end goal. That's the prize.
Just for clarity, are we saying that? Because
we gonna talk about it.
I just want to know for clarification purposes, are we saying that it means more than a man's dangle, or are we just the man's goal?
We're gonna talk about it next week.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get to understanding of what we're saying as far as the topic, though. Are we saying the topic that vagina is over penis?
Yes, absolutely.
Men will do anything to get vagina.
Absolutely.
Those are two different conversations.
It's all hand to hand. It's gonna lead to everything.
It's not though, because
it is.
To be honest, I don't think either one of us would.
We gonna talk about it next week.
I'm just trying to get clarification on the topic, but okay.
Yes. Yeah, we gonna talk about it next week.
Now you want to get out of here, ain't that a bitch?
Because I know some other people who was asking me to talk about this topic. I want them to get because everybody need to get this here clip. What?
Bitter workout women.
See, look at this here. Hey, y'all, we finna get on out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, Nicole. Bring your class.
Play it in the class.
Yeah.
That class gonna be disturbed. Yoga supposed to be quiet, ain't
it? Put your earphones in.
We got to go. This boy here finna get banned on Facebook.
Worn out, not workout. Worn out. Okay. Autocorrect is a motherfucker, ain't it?
I don't know if no vagina is being worn out. It snaps back. It's a snapback. What are you talking about?
I appreciate everybody for coming out. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate y'all comments, y'all engagement. We hope y'all keep it up. We see y'all next week. What we do know next week we are talking about is a woman's sexual organ more valuable than a man's. We have a couple yays in the audience already, so we're gonna see how that is coming.
A couple yays. We got all yays. I ain't seen a nay yet.
Now said fake news. So
you got one.
Yeah, one. So with that, we want y'all to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like, share, hit the notification, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification, subscribe, share, like, all of the above. Anything else we need to
tell a friend. Share.
Oh no, she didn't say. Well, what is a man and what is a woman? Oh Lord.
I think we talked about this last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did. The week before last.
Yeah. Okay.
She missed that one.
No, I think she was there. She was there.
She came in right in the minute. Yeah.
Oh my God, bring me on live. No.
He talking about next week. He ain't talking about
Right? No.
Now, listen, I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm going to be looking to bring a couple of y'all in next week to give this opinion now. All y'all who got y'all opinions about why it's more valuable, be prepared to defend that argument now, because I'm going to ask y'all to come in and say it live instead of just typing it in. Now, you don't have to stay on the show the whole time. Yes, Nicole, I'm going to bring all y'all on. Y'all can come in, give y'all opinion, and we're going to ask cancer kids. So we're going to be looking for all y'all to come in and give y'all opinions live on the phone with us next week. So we're looking for that. So y'all be here, be ready to rock. Okay? With that, I mean, like I said again, we appreciate all of y'all. We can't wait to see y'all next week.